because they really didn't care if a team was 14th in the nation or on the road or home. They played with a sense of urgency. They played with a level of toughness. And especially coming out in the second half down 10 to make their staff call timeout to cut the game to 3 and to hold them, if I'm not mistaken, for 11 and a half minutes without a basket. To me, really is an example of what they've been to me personally. It's not easy to rely on defense when you're troubled on offense, and this team has consistently done that. I'm proud of them. The other things I can't say because my wife would kill me and the commissioner would be pissed too.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Now I'll open up the questions for the student athletes.
Robert Gagliardi, the Wyoming Tribune. Darius or Josh, again, like Coach Scheid said, just shots couldn't go down. Were they doing anything defensively, or just tough to get shots going, or why? Just why? What do you think the offensive struggles tonight?
Shots, we got good looks at the rim. Some shots we had to force up, but besides that, I think we executed as well as we possibly could. You got to give credit to New Mexico. They're a really good defensive team, and shots just didn't go in, but we're okay.
I know that you and Leonard were both in foul trouble tonight. You were able to stay in the game with Leonard fouled out. Just how tough was that to juggle that? I know Coach Scheid was having you guys in there when you were in foul trouble and stuff. Just how tough was that? Did that take anything away from what you guys wanted to do on either end of the floor because of that?
Well, I mean, it's always tough to be playing this caliber of a team in foul trouble, but I definitely think we did a fairly good job of kind of playing them and staying in the game for the most part. I mean, those free throws is what hurt us. So, I mean, foul trouble hurts.
Scott Offley, Boomerang. Darius, you guys played them hard for 3 straight games. How I guess, overly difficult is it the fact you weren't able to get over the top of one of them? I mean, you probably played them as hard as anybody has this season.
I think that we played them tough 3 games. All 3 games we was right there. A few possessions away from actually taking the lead and running away with the game. Today, I really thought we had a great chance. We was right there. We was down 10 going into the second half. Come back, start the second half, and we went on a good run. We had the momentum, and then they just made like 11 or 12 straight free throws that kind of just separated the game. And then from there, we was just trying to hustle and get back into it as much as possible.
Josh, the first half was a little more high scoring. Was it maybe a little more high scoring, high up tempo than what even you guys wanted for a game like this?
I mean, I guess you could say that we just try to go out there and kind of slow a team like New Mexico down. They're a well-coached team. They have a lot of scorers on their team, with Williams and Snell and the 2 bigs. And early in the first half, I just think they hit shots we didn't. They hit some tough shots. They hit some open shots, and it was just rolling their way. And like Darius said, in the second half, we came out and went on a nice run, and we were able to keep them at bay for most of the half. And I think that's why it was a little bit lower scoring in the second half.
Larry, Coach said that it's been synonymous with the season. I guess, do you kind of agree with that? It seems like you guys have had some ups and downs this year, but all effort levels usually been there every night. You feel that this game was kind of I guess shows kind of how you guys have played all year.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, Coach said that we were not going to give up, and whether we're down 10 or 19 at Illinois State, we're not going to give up. And I think that's just kind of the attitude this team has had from the very beginning, and I think that's a pretty good attitude to have. Never give up.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Okay, we'll dismiss them at this time. Thank you, man. Now we'll open up questions for the coach.
Jeff Grammer, Albuquerque Journal. Coach, over here. I know you don't want to upset your wife or the commissioner, but I do want to ask about the free throw disparity. How much of that do you credit to a tempo of slowing it down and running a weave up beyond the arc, and how much of that did New Mexico create by attacking?
I thought they created a lot by attacking.
Robert Gagliardi, the Wyoming Tribune. Larry, you know, and it looked like what Leonard was really hurting out there tonight. You know, just how hard was that for him? I know he was in the foul trouble, and all your bigs were in foul trouble, but how hard was that for him? And, you know, not that you're not used to having him hurting, but how hard was that against a team like this tonight?
Well, first of all, they have great talent at every position. They're the best in our league. You know, when you say, is it disappointing to lose to them 3 times? I'm proud we played well against them 3 times. And, you know, results obviously count, but they've won 27 games. They've only lost 5. So we're in a long list of losers. To me, it's not the final score. It's what you do with what you have. And that's what I'm proud of. And Leonard, for 6, 7 games now, has tried to give this school and this team and this state everything he's had. He's the first to admit, like yesterday, he just doesn't have it right now. The back is just at a point where he has, the greatest gift he probably has is lift, and he doesn't have lift right now. But I tell you what, I owe him a lot of respect for the level of toughness he's tried to show. And, you know, I just wish he could have performed like Leonard these last 6 or 7 games. And hopefully, you know, with 3 or 4 more days rest, he will in the next tournament.
I know you've mentioned that before. Whatever postseason tournament is, you feel this team is worthy and deserving to go, and if so, do you think they'll be excited and ready for that next tournament?
Well, when we came to Wyoming 2 years ago, they were 280 on the RPI. You fill in the blank. Last year we were 90. This year we're 67. And maybe after tonight we went forward after we played number 2 on the computer. And I've said this all year. They never went to college. The computers don't know the names of the coaches. They don't know the names of the players. They don't know who's supposed to win. They only know who the best teams are if you played home and away. And right now, that's where we're at. I don't think there's ever been an NIT team not selected below 7.
Coach Ken Rodriguez from the redminutes.com. You mentioned the 11.5 minutes that you guys were able to hold the Lobos to no field goals. What was the difference in that stretch versus what you guys were doing in the first half? Did you guys make any adjustments at halftime?
You know, they had a couple runouts. Snell hit a 3 on a run out, and they got an offensive rebound on a run out early in the game, and the game was a lot faster than most of our games began. Actually, they had 10 points in the first 4 minutes, which was on their way to 55, which, you know, we'd have set all kinds of records. But as the tempo began to go more the way we are familiar with, I thought they struggled to score from our people, and they caused us to foul excessively. Isn't that a nice way to put it?
Back over here.
Nice.
Coach, I'm curious on back over here at the African Journal. Again,
Nice.
The crowd, the Lobos travel a lot of people to the Mountain West tournament. Your tempo did a great job in pretty much quieting them down. Was that going in? Did you mention that to your team that you needed to take the crowd out in any way?
Didn't talk about the crowd. I will tell you this: I felt like I was in the pit, and I was really disappointed. But we felt there's certain things we could take advantage of playing the Lobos all 3 games. At home, we actually tied it with 21 seconds to go and got a tough call, and the ball went the other way. And I thought today, to the relative sense, you know, with about 12 and change to play, I felt pretty good, not only about the tempo. I felt like the heart of our team was really in pace with the game. And then, as Larry said, you know, it's very difficult. You know, you get 3 guys with 4, and a couple foul out. And that. You know, kudos to New Mexico. I thought their staff did a great job fouling us out.
Any other questions? Thank you, Coach.